I cut my thumb earlier today. Super inconvenient to my chores I have to get done. Yeah, washing dishes with one hand. I could read chat from here too. For my lurkers. Also, I eyeballed the crap out of any audio setups. Currently getting a lunch together for my brother for his work lunch. He does night shifts. He's the real breadwinner. Sirloin Steaks. What is up? Hello. I know this is different content, but I got a mobile setup that I'm testing out, so I just thought I'd have some fun with it. I'm gonna stream like normal tonight. We got our self-cut pork sirloin steaks. I'm making my brother a lunch currently right now. He works night shifts. Those will go in the fridge. These are the ones we're cooking. I cut my thumb. Look. I cut my thumb earlier and it was right at the tip of my thumb, and I'm so frustrated because it's making everything I'm doing way more difficult. It looks nice. Thank you. I was curious on whether or not people would join this stream because this is different content than what I usually do. But these are things that I do every day that take time out of my streams. So if it's things that anybody would enjoy watching at all before my streams, I could stream more in the day. I could do like literally like 16-hour streams. Well, they wouldn't be all together because I'd have to cut between, because this is my camera I use for my gaming setup. But when I'm like prepping lunches for Michael and my own dinner, I could totally stream that too. I am glad to see you here. Also, I have logged in a different account. That account is also me. That's my alt YouTube account. We're waiting for these potatoes. I got potatoes in the oven. We're waiting for those to get a little bit more brown before we slap our meat on there. We're gonna be grilling some steaks today. Pork sirloin steaks, because pork is incredibly cheap and I don't want to spend the money for beef. They're also really easy to cook. If you're ever trying to learn to cook steaks, learning to cook on pork is a very easy way. That way, if you ruin a nice expensive, you don't have to worry about ruining a nice expensive cut of beef steaks. And they're also easier to cook. So even if you cook them like a little over, they're still gonna be pretty tender because beef fat is a little different than pork fat. Pork fat is a little bit, beef fat is gonna get tough if you cook it wrong. Oh, guys, mom just joined stream. This is IRL mom right now. Thank you for joining. I'm testing out today my mobile setup. So everything my computer, mic, camera, everything is on a tripod right now. And I'm testing it out. I didn't have anything necessarily interesting planned. I'm just making Michael his lunch and drinking tea. And anybody who wanted to join can join. They were actually, Mom, they were actually asking about you. They were curious about in-law. You know what's funny? A different person, they were trying to say that Lily kept joining my streams, and I mentioned that my mom sometimes watches my streams, and they're like, oh, is Lily mom? I'm like, guys, no, Lily's not mom. And then they were like, yo, Lily's gotta be mom. I'm like, no, I'll reveal real IRL mom one of these days. You're the only one here, but I enjoy Cowboys content. W. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, there's not too much activity at the moment because we're waiting for the potatoes to get more closer to being done before I start the steaks. Because the steaks are gonna cook quickly, and I want the steaks to be warm by the time I eat my potatoes. We're not gonna eat no cold potatoes, we're not gonna have any cold steaks to wait for the potatoes. 132 subs, man. W, wait, did I really? There's no way I have that many subs right now. Let me check. I do have 232 subs. When did I get those? That's more subs than I thought I had. I recently got those. I don't even remember when I broke 230. That's so good. Thank you for pointing that out. Also, since I'm completely eyeballing this whole setup, Let me know if like the audio sounds a little bad. Let me know if it's like if the music is too loud or something like that, because it's completely eyeball. I hope you reach your goal. Thank you so much. You're so excited that I'm cooking? I cook every day. I cook every day just so IRL mom knows. I cook for myself good food and for Michael. Because Michael is IRL brother and he works night shift, so I cook his lunches. It's cool that we hit a 232. I'm hoping that what I want to do as a goal for personal goal is I want to stream more, and this mobile setup would allow me to do that. I can do cooking streams. So like earlier in the days I can do the cooking streams, and then the evenings I can do my gaming content like normal. And then I want to upload more shorts. I want to try aiming for getting like one short a day or one short every other day. I'm not very good at editing videos, so we'll see how quick or not quick that goes. You're trying to play ILCraft? You talking about Minecraft? Is that misspelled for Minecraft? Because I'm dying. Barely an echo, all good. I meant streaming cooking. Yeah. I won't be doing no fancy cookings. This isn't a cook channel, but we could do slice of life content. So a little bit more in lore. Also, if we do end up hitting our goal and we do the 24-hour stream, a portion of that will be cooking. Yeah, in Minecraft, mod pack. I'm okay at editing. I'm okay at editing too. I know how to do it and I can do pretty good edits, but I take a long time. Where somebody more professional would probably squeeze that in so much quicker. I'm actually going to be streaming Minecraft tonight, and I have not played Minecraft in about 6 years. I've never played Java Edition. I've only played Bedrock. The last time I played Minecraft, guys, was on the PS3. PS3 Minecraft was the last time I played Minecraft. So I'm about to play Minecraft 6 years later, Java Edition for the first time on the PC. And I'm going to be a complete noob. You guys are going to see a lot of learning curves that hopefully you guys can help me out with. Play with me. I'll probably do a single playthrough for right now. So me playing Minecraft right now is kind of just I'm waiting for the Switch 2 to arrive in the mail. Because I want to continue my Legend of Zelda series, and that is being put on pause because I want to get everything hooked up for the Switch 2, and I think the Switch 2 will cause a better stream. So this is kind of more like a palate cleansing game. Just something in between. I thought Minecraft would be pretty good. Yesterday I was playing a couple of different games, but they weren't sticking. I tried playing Pokemon, but that version of Pokemon just didn't seem very interesting to me, so I ended up giving up on it. It'll be fun. I'll play with you. I think I'm gonna do solo play. But what I would enjoy is I will be a complete noob at this game, so you can join stream and kind of backseat game for me, if that makes sense. You could give me advice and give me suggestions and I kind of liked when I was playing Legend of Zelda 2 that the folks watching kind of like chose which direction I go. Cause like I was kind of just doing what chat wanted me to do, and I kind of like that. Cause it's almost like they're playing the game through me as like a group vote on like what bosses I was fighting and stuff, and I felt like Minecraft would be a good game like that too. Don't do hardcore? Come on, we gotta do hardcore. What's the difference between hardcore and normal? Can you still respawn in hardcore? I could probably still do hardcore. If I have you guys supporting me and giving me advice, I could do hardcore. So this tea, I don't know if you were in stream or not, but I ran out of jasmine tea and I ordered more tea on stream. So this is the tea we're testing out right now. It's not bad, but the first batch I made way too strong. So as soon as I'm done with this one, we're gonna do another brew, and then see how that is. I think this was about $15 or maybe a little shy of that. But if you see, it's 15 ounces. This is almost a pound of tea. That's a good price for what you're getting. The assuming is it actually good, or is it a too good to be true kind of deal? Because that for jasmine tea can be pretty expensive for good quality loose leaf. This is really cheap. I was skeptical, but Amazon said that their people left good reviews, so we're trying it out. This first batch, not that good, but I went strong, because you never know, like a lot of teas that are cheap, they're usually weak teas, and I feel like that's why they're cheap. So you gotta like brew twice as much. So it's like, yeah, you might get more, but since you're brewing twice as much to get it as strong as it needs it to be, then you waste a lot, and then you're not really getting a bargain anymore. That's what I thought was the case, but no, this is strong. I brewed this way too strong. I usually don't drink my tea with sugar, but it was too strong. I had to add sugar to it, and it's still very strong. This next one, I'm gonna do a little bit less and see how it goes. See how these potatoes are looking. It's almost time to flip those babies. My rice is already done cooking, so what we're doing today is I cook every day. I act like I'm streaming every day for cooking, but I do cook every day. What I'm doing today is my brother is getting rice and steamed broccoli with cut pork steaks and a little bento because he likes his cut and he prefers rice. For myself, I'm doing a pork steak, but then I'm doing kind of like baked fries served with ketchup, like a good classic steak and fries meal. Although I do like rice and broccoli, but I like switching it up. My brother will eat the same thing over and over and over again. Koa, you got 6 people watching? I know, I'm impressed that I got that many people watching. Just this is so different than the content I usually make. No, you can't do hardcore. If you die in hardcore, you lose the world. Do I really? Okay, yeah, no, I want to be able to respawn. I'll probably die. In fact, is it too much? What do you think? Is it too cheating if I put keep inventory on? Or should I be brave and turn that off? Looks good. The tea looks good. It has a floral taste that tastes strong or less than your last brand. Well, it's hard for me to tell because it is so. My first brewer is so strong that I almost can't taste the floral hints. I'll give a better description of what the tea tastes like after I make another batch. I just don't want to waste what I have in here. Yes, it's cheating. All right. What are the settings you suggest? Because literally, there's probably more settings for creating a world in Minecraft than what I'm used to. Just like I said, I am used to the PlayStation 3. But okay, to give you an idea how long it's been since I played Minecraft, the last time I was playing with friends, the boat and the fishing rod was new. Those were new mechanics. The fishing rod and the boat. At least they were new to the version I was playing for the console. So everything that came after the boat and fishing rod, I have not seen. That gives you an idea how long it's been. I know for a fact just from seeing like certain streamers playing, there's a bunch of blocks I haven't seen, tools I haven't seen, whole mechanics I haven't seen, mobs and bosses. And another thing is the crafting, where you actually have to know how to place the items. I don't know any of those. Because on the PlayStation, it just had a menu of items you could craft. You didn't have to look at how to, like, that 3x3 grid. I've never seen that before, and I don't know any of the recipes. So it's gonna be practically like I'm playing Minecraft for the first time. Yes, put it on easy mode. No, is there like an in between? Is it only hardcore and easy, or is there like a normal? You can add hot water to your strong tea. I can, but my whole point of like wanting to make a new batch is I want to pinpoint exactly how much tea to add to my teapot before it tastes perfect. If I add water to this and I get a flavor I like, I won't know how to recreate that. So I'm just gonna start from a fresh batch. There's a normal. Alright, we're gonna do normal difficulty, no keep inventory, and I want whatever the largest world is. Also, my streams were kind of like pixelated and lagging on some of my videos. I got frustrated and I spent all last night until like 4 in the morning with the help of a friend to watch the other end of the stream, and I was doing just encoder settings in OBS to get a higher quality stream. So, my streams from this point forward should be smooth as butter. On Twitch side, I should be able to be streaming smooth 1080p, and on YouTube, I should be able to do smooth 2K. Right now, this is my laptop. I didn't even set this up to be on Twitch, so I'm actually not even on Twitch right now. I'm only on YouTube because this is my laptop and I didn't feel like freaking around. Also, this laptop, the specs to it, it sends me a sticker. So this is a Ryzen 5. I don't know if this laptop would have enough processing power to multi-stream. I don't know. Maybe you guys would know better. Let's see. It says it has a Ryzen 5 and a Radeon graphics card, but it doesn't tell me which one on the sticker. I'd have to look in the computer for the specs, but it has those stickers right there. I know the Ryzen 5 isn't bad, but I don't think it would, because I have a Ryzen 7 3D in my personal gaming PC, and that can multi-stream just fine as long as I have the efficient settings on OBS. This laptop, I don't know if it would. The world is infinite. The world's infinite in Minecraft. You could just keep going. Is there really no edge? Because on the PlayStation, it was pretty linear. You know the maps, the paper maps, that was the size of a world. What did you do to your thumb? Oh, see, leave it to mom. Leave it to IRL mom to see the injury. I cut my thumb. I cut my thumb today. Let's see if I can get the focus on it. It's focusing on me still. Camera, please. I cut my thumb, and it's very inconvenient. It's right on the tip of my thumb, and it's making my hand almost useless. Also, I don't know if you guys have already realized, this is not a Band-Aid. I realize I don't have Band-Aids in my apartment, so this is some paper towels and some wrapping paper tape. Like plain like Scotch tape or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even worried about covering it up per se, because usually with cuts I just clean them and let them scab over. But the problem was I was cutting the steaks for my pork loin, and I thought maybe it's a good idea not to contaminate your open wound with raw meat. I think that's a pretty solid idea, so I wrapped it up in paper towel and tape. Otherwise, if I wasn't handling hazardous material, I'd probably just let it bleed until it stopped. There is, but you have to go thousands and thousands of blocks away. Interesting. This is gonna be cool. You know what? It's funny because I kind of like haven't played Minecraft in a while, particularly because I did everything I could. But the version that I'm thinking of is that old PlayStation version before they updated anything. I'm sure the PlayStation version now, like on the new PlayStation 5, is pretty good. But the old PlayStation 3 version was very limited. There wasn't very much you could do. Like, you could honestly speedrun that with like a friend in like a 24-hour time period, easy peasy. Probably not the case, or like not even like speedrun kill the ender drug, but like do everything you could do in the game. This, not so much, I bet now. Because there's probably way more. Get some Band-Aids and your first aid in your house, please. Guys, not mom momming me right now. She's asserting mom role, telling me to buy Band-Aids. Dude has a fire extinguisher, but no Band-Aids. Yeah. Here we go, guys. I don't want to move the camera, but I'm responsible. You know how you know I'm already better than most streamers that are in kitchens? Because I actually have a fire extinguisher in my kitchen. Also, I touch grass, so I know how to like actually cook and stuff. This isn't like, can this gamer that never leaves his house cook or not? Will he burn down his kitchen? No, I've been cooking my whole life. Get a fire extinguisher in your kitchen, everybody. They're at like every hardware store, and they're only like $25. They could save your life. Lily, welcome to the stream. IRL mom is in chat right now, so maybe the accusation of Lily being mom will go away. You played with friends in the 360 version of Minecraft? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about then. Hello, miss. Yeah, the mom reveal. Not IRL reveal, but she's there. She's in existence. Yeah, it'd be nice to clear that up. Link Slayer. LO just came on. Nice, nice. I'm testing out my mobile setup. So I have everything, my microphone, camera, laptop, all the cables for it, all wrapped together on a tripod. And this is the attempt to be able to stream in other places that's not my gaming setup. So did I necessarily plan for content for you guys? No, I wasn't even planning on streaming. But I had everything perfectly set up that I'm like, why not stream? It's already set up. It was kind of a pain to do that. And I want to get it down where if there was something I wanted to do in here, it'd be really quick. So what you guys are basically going to watch me do is I'm setting up my dinner, and then I'm packing a lunch for my younger brother. I still plan on streaming like normal, but hopefully the goal is I can stream more, because then I can do like an early, like an afternoon or at noon stream of like me cooking and prepping, and then take a little break, eat my food, and then I can hop on to the main game, and then I can like branch out to more of an audience. That way I can stream more parts of the day. A lunch stream and a dinner stream. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. It was a plan to beat the Ender Dragon. Diversify your content. Exactly, exactly. All right, let's check out these potatoes. You know what'd be crazy is like, I talk about like those online fails of streamers that don't know how to cook, and then they try cooking the most complicated thing, and then they catch like their kitchen on fire. Just watch me somehow manage to cook my kitchen on fire. Like those are the odds that I believe in. It's like cooked years and years, my whole life, always made my own food, home dinners, never once had a problem. First time I broadcast it live, some catastrophe happens. We'll find out. Right off the bat, why am I using my cut hand to grab this? Or these did stick a little bit. I was debating whether or not putting oil on these, and I didn't. Oh, that's not too bad. These will flip easy. Oh, I forgot to season these too. I can still season them though, because they're going to go back in the oven to brown up some more. I just want to flip them really. I might ditch this aluminum foil altogether though, because they seem to not want to stick to the pan, but they stick to aluminum foil. Huh. Yeah, we got some that are sticking pretty bad. I might have to abandon some of these fries. There we go. I got those off. By the way, guys, This is a special sight to see me dressed like this with cooking. When I'm not streaming and I'm in my apartment, I don't think I ever wear a shirt ever. I'm one of those kind of guys. Just shirtless through his apartment while he like lifts weights and listens to Metallica and cooks. I'm just missing like the cigarette indoors, just held in my mouth as I'm like cooking something. But I decided to look nice for stream. I look nice for public and for camera, but as soon as like I'm by myself in my apartment, it goes straight like redneck style. But you know, when you're at home, who you trying to impress, you know? Yes, I just wanted that pat on the back. Alright, what do we got here? Pun intended, me too. Wait, hold on, I gotta go back more. Just so everyone is clear, guys. See me later tonight? Alright, man. That looks so good. Yeah, the fries are really good. I'll have to get like a close up to the steaks when it's done. We could start cooking the steaks now. Here it is. Here's my olive oil. We're actually going to move our tea for right now. I need to clean another cutting board. Alright, we'll let that heat up. Doing everything without one of your thumbs in play is just so annoying. Like I'd so much rather would have just like cut my my palm or my arm or like that can bleed. That's fine. But the right on the tip of your thumb is like the most annoying thing ever. Like I use that. That's everything you do with your hands are gonna involve your thumb. And I had to cut that. Heck, I'd rather even take one of the fingers. Some red wine and rosemary is good with some pork chops and lamb chops. Everyone is a little different though. I agree. However, I'm cooking this a little different than what like most people would think of like a pork chop. So this is actually cut. These are inch cut pork sirloins, and I'm actually going to be putting a barbecue rub on them. So I would say that the sweet flavor profile that I'm going to get as an end result is less something that I would pair with a wine. If I was flavoring it differently, then yes. In fact, I have those wines already. I have a pretty decent wine collection that I have a whole philosophy about which wines pair with which foods. But this particular flavor profile, especially with my sides, I'm not going to be pairing it with this tonight because I don't want to drink any alcohol tonight. But I'm doing steak fries and a barbecue rub on a pork sirloin steak. I would actually argue this is more of like a beer kind of dish. Sounds really good. Link Mario, what is up? A little bit different content today. So how did you learn to cook? I'm self-taught. Self-taught. No influence, no outside influence. In fact, I'm also an orphan. For the people that are confused in chat, Sarah Cogdell 9182. That is IRL mom. So she's trying to fish for a compliment. Yes, I did mostly learn how to cook from my mother. That is true. Bless you times 2. Thank you times 2. Alright, that's probably just about as hot as we want it to be. Oh, did I not clean my tongs? I didn't. Bear with me, guys. Love the kitchen setup. I know, I'm testing out. I got all my stuff on a mobile setup for streaming. That I'm basically testing it out. I actually wasn't planning on streaming today, but I'm like, it was already there. Why not use it? Honestly, I don't know why I just rinsed off my hand. I'm gonna touch that meat again. Meat's almost prepped, and then we'll see how well we get this cooked. I like my pork steaks what is the equivalent of medium rare for a pork steak. Obviously it looks a little different than a beef steak, but a lot of people have the habit, which drives me so much crazy. I usually tell people I don't like pork because people have a habit of overcooking it, because they think if they don't make that really well done, that it's gonna kill them, because people always get the propaganda of pork is the most dangerous meat. If you don't turn that to jerky, you're gonna get sick and it's gonna kill you. And it's no, you can do a medium rare pork. It just looks a little different. Perfect. Now we can clean our workstation off a little bit. Bluetooth mic. I actually have my gaming mic clamped to my tripod right now. I took a picture of it. I'll show you on stream. The setup works, but the cable management right now, guys, for how I jerry-rigged it is awful. It looks so ugly. I'll show you guys in a second. I got a picture. Alright, let me catch up in chat, guys. This is such a treat to watch you cook. Oh, nice. Hope you do more. I plan on getting into the habit of doing more streaming, and this would allow me to do more of it. Michael's having this tonight too. He has this kind of, or does he work? He will be eating this, but he does work. This will be his lunch that I'll pack for him. So what are you cooking? I am cooking some pork loin steaks, and then I am eating it with some fries that I'm gonna have in the oven. So I'm gonna do a classic steak and fries for myself. Michael's dish is gonna be a little bit different, as he prefers rice over potatoes. So he is getting rice with butter and then some broccoli that was steamed in the rice cooker as well. And he's getting that in a little bento that's gonna go in the fridge that he'll grab before going to work tonight. Says he is the breadwinner. He actually has the job. I'll catch you later. I want to get a few things done before the sun sets again. All right, Link Slayer, you have a good one, man. All right. Now you need is an apron. I do need an apron. I have a little apron, but it's like, I think it's what my mother used a long time ago, and it's like tiny, so it wouldn't work. I could show you guys the apron. You guys can make the judgment if it looks good on me or not. I wanted to show you guys. You guys ready? You guys ready for this cable management? That is what my setup is. That is so that's a tripod, my laptop, and then the microphone that's clamped to the, since it's a table clamp microphone. It works, but the cable management, you see all the cables dangling off? I need to figure out a better way to set up the cable management. Held together with hopes and dreams, it really is. Let's see if I got that apron real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, here we go. I think this one's too small, since I think this is a women's apron. Better than nothing, good start. Yeah, this is what I got today. See if I can tie this. This is what I got. It's too small. You know what I mean? Even if I brought it up more. So this is like for a petite lady. Somebody who's shorter than me. I mean, it would work in if you really needed one, but I don't feel like I'm cooking anything that messy. So for me with my steaks, and this is kind of the same logic that I use with all steaks, people will be like, well, how long do you put it on each side? Or I go by touch. I poke it. You know what raw meat feels like? When the steak doesn't feel like that anymore, that's how you know it's cooked. It's really that simple. You poke the meat. You just poke it. Is it squishy? Yeah, that's gotta keep cooking. Is there a little resistance? That's when you know. Or you just cook long enough where you just have the sense. You just know. You just know it's done. Yes, it fits you. Yeah. No, that's not my apron, guys. I had an apron. I actually had an apron that was like a thick like denim apron, and I don't know what happened to that. It was black. It said something sarcastic probably on the front, and I don't know where it is. Meat thermometer, guys, come on. They've been cooking meat much longer than a meat thermometer was a thing. My bandage, my makeshift bandage is kind of getting torn. Maybe we should replace this. Do on-stream medical procedures right here. Oh god, the tape is on here too strong. I layered up tape too much. Now I can't get it off. guys, I'm stuck in this bandage. I'm gonna have to cut this off of me, like, actually. Bandage for cut thumb. Cuts myself trying to get it off. Very possible. There we go. I don't think I'm bleeding anymore, actually. Baby Mike should pick them up at work. Meat thermometers? No. If anything, that ruins the meat. You poke into it. That meat's got to be one solid thing until you cut into it to eat it. Challenge failed successfully. Alright, I think I'm gonna make some more tea, guys. I got a whole, it's kind of off camera, and I don't want to fuck with the rig too much, but I got a whole, like, cafe bar setup over here that's, like, really fancy. Because I have a crippling caffeine addiction, and that is what tends to it. No Band-Aids? Oh, Band-Aids? Yeah, no, Michael should definitely pick up Band-Aids. We didn't, the first time I bought Neosporin while living at this apartment was literally like 3 days ago. And it was actually because I had a cut on my hand that was starting to get gross and I didn't have any Neosporin for it. Probably because I didn't have a Band-Aid for it to begin with. Alright guys, second attempt trying this tea. The tea I ordered on stream. I made it too strong to start with. We'll try it again. The amount you get in this is crazy. It's 15 ounces, and I think it was about $15-ish. Like, getting almost a pound of tea for that price is pretty good. Alright, I did 3 tablespoons last time. We are doing 2 tablespoons this time. See if that's better, because yeah, I made it much too strong. I like my tea strong, guys, and I made it way too strong. Alright, that's going. We'll see where this goes. You want to have a tea set up? But do you have a sake set? I do have a sake set. I don't drink sake much anymore. I used to much more often, but I do have it when I decide it's sake time. Looks pretty good, guys. Does it pick up on camera pretty well? See, it's still like too soft, but hopefully by the time that other side's brown, it'll be perfect. I'll show closer to the camera too once it's done. That sizzle, is the sizzle picking up on the microphone? I hope so. It's starting to smell really good too. Not that the herbs from the rub are like cooking. How are my potatoes doing? Oh, those babies will be perfect by the time the steak's done. The potatoes are actually cooked. I'm just kind of letting them brown a little bit in there. Now you're making me hungry. Who was it that was always commenting about the food they were eating at the time? Make me hungry. Rose Kitty. Where's Rose Kitty at? She needs to watch my cooking stream. Every time she joins the stream, it's always like, it's late at night too. And she'll be like, oh, hold on, I gotta take a break to eat dinner. And she'd be like, yeah, I'm eating steaks, mashed potatoes, deviled eggs, or whatever. It'd be like some big meal. And I'm like, dude, you're making everybody would be so hungry in chat. Yeah, no, I would, guys. Actually, I would show off my tea setup, but I have a stash of dirty dishes right here that I kind of don't want to show on stream. I'm a little embarrassed. I mean, it's not that bad, but like, come on, when you see like a cooking stream, there's no dirty dishes. You know, it's just, just like perfectly spotless kitchen, like the ones you see on display at like furniture stores. You're like, that kitchen's never been used ever. No kitchen's that clean. Otherwise, I would show my setup. Or I'll take a picture of it. Hold up. Take a picture of my setup here. There you guys go. There's a... See if that'll focus in. Come on. There we go. My little cafe bar. I got all my teas and coffees, espresso machine, my kettle, the wine's there too. I know the wine's not really a cafe thing, but it looks pretty over there, doesn't it? You gotta strive for the finer things in life. Nice, thank you so much. Just found out that I need another 6 terabytes HDD to save all my pro clips. 6 terabytes? That's a lot. My whole PC is 6 terabytes, and that's including the external hard drive I have for footage. You need another one of those? Does my PC has a 2 terabyte storage, and then I bought a 4 terabyte hard drive, which that accounts for all my footage that I do. I hope that goes well for you though. I know storage is really expensive right now. I have never seen someone measure out spices into these cute glass dishes, save for social media chef. Oh, myself over here? How they starting to look? Starting to look pretty good. This one might be done. How about this one? This one's a little thicker. But that might be done too. We'll let that sit for a second. My tea kettle's done. We'll see if this humble pro gamer brag. Do I get the title pro gamer, guys? Have I done pro gamer stuff? I feel like I'm a very casual gamer. What differs a pro gamer from a casual gamer? Because a lot of people, you know what? I would argue pro gamer. I would argue pro gamer because I would argue that what makes a pro gamer is not how good they are at a game, but how much gamer cred they have. I got a lot of gamer cred, guys. I played classics. I played all the hits from like the very old classics to the modern. Was I very good at any of them? Maybe not. But I played them and I got knowledge of them. The gamer cred, that's what makes a pro gamer. You could be a pro at Valorant, but if that's the only game you know about, are you a pro gamer? Or are you just a severe ultra one-trick pony? Think about it. Oh, I don't know why I'm still cooking this. We'll see. This one's done for sure. This thicker one is a little skinnier on one side and fatter on the other. I hope the fatter side cooked all the way through, but we'll we'll let that sit a little bit. Now the pan, because that's cast iron, and a lot of times they're bitches to clean, so we just boil water right on that. And get something like, doesn't even need to be clean. We'll use this old wooden spatula from last night. And we just kind of scrape the leftover stuff that got cooked. That makes it way easier to clean. I only have like old cowboy like kitchen equipment, so I gotta do things a little bit older technique. I don't have the cool like futuristic non-stick pans. Scam likely calling me. Yeah, no, we're not answering that. Pro means you are getting paid, as in your profession. Well, technically I have made money off of Twitch. Does that make me a pro gamer? Or is that just a pro streamer? I technically have made, I think, $15 now off of Twitch. I am almost exclusively cast iron. The only things that aren't cast iron that I own that are like, that go on the stove is my like large pots. But I don't know if you guys have ever tried lifting a cast iron pot that holds like, say if you have a 5-gallon pot, like you gotta count, like it's gonna be heavy when it's filled with water. It's already gonna be heavy. That to be made of cast iron too. Do you really want to move around like a 50-pound pot? I don't. I'd prefer that to be made of like stainless steel or aluminum. Everything else though, cast iron is great. Oh yeah. That's good. This one, I will turn it this way. Yeah. Nice. This one was cooked really good. That fatter cut. I meant to cut all of them a little bit fatter, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, Michael's gonna love that. Because that one's Michael's. I was gonna do the thick one. I usually pack his meals a little bit lighter because he's working at work. He always tells me like he doesn't want to eat as much because he'll get tired. Now, I can show off. Here we go, guys. Pretty good. Alright, let's see how these fries are looking. Oh yeah, those fries are looking good. Or do I want that to brown a little bit more? Nah, they're probably good. The cool thing about fries is there's a lot of like there's a lot of opportunities where it's like it's still good. You don't have to worry about being like time sensitive on cooking them. Your window of opportunity for French fries to be good is really wide. Now I didn't make much of these fries because it's only for me to eat. Just Michael's getting rice. Most of that was probably you last night. Yeah, just the constant ads you were getting. I actually turned off my ads on Twitch because I want to influence people to come in and watch. Because I feel like I'm going to scare people away if they jump in, not even know what my channel's about, and then they get an ad. Because I didn't realize how aggressive Twitch was adding. Because I had set to, like, me putting ads through the video turned off. It was just Twitch giving people ads, like, every so often as they join the stream. But that was so often that I'm like, really? They're adding you guys that much? I'm like, they're going to scare away viewers. They're going to, like, not... Because I'm thinking, If I'm trying to find somebody new and I click on their content and I immediately get added, I'm gonna think like, it's not even worth my minute and a half wait to figure out if I even like this guy or not. I'm just gonna go back to a streamer I've already watched. That's my logic with it. Maybe I'm just the a-hole though, who isn't patient enough to give a new streamer a try. Alright, let's pack Michael's lunch before I prepare my own. So Michael is getting these cute little bentos right here. The only thing that's a big pet peeve about these, and it's not anything about the containers, is Michael has a bad habit of, so I clean the dishes, right? So when he's done with the dish, he sets it on the counter. But Michael has a bad habit of forgetting that he has his Tupperware for his lunch he takes to work in his backpack. So it's not usually a big deal because, you know, by the time I'm like, where's his Tupperware? I gotta make him lunch. I'm like, oh, he probably left it in his backpack, right? But if it says like Friday, I won't look for his bento. Michael forgets his bag. It'll sit in there for like 3 days, getting gross. But that's why I bought a glass one. You can infinitely wash glass, and no matter how dirty it gets, you can make it servable again. Some plastics, like once they get too gross, they're too gross. You'll be cleaning that thing and it still has a smell and you just gotta end up throwing it away. Alright, let's scoop this to the side. Pack Michael's little bento of rice and broccoli. Use glass Tupperware almost exclusively, yeah. It just sucks how they're kind of pricey, but I feel like they're a better long-term investment. So they're just better. Where's my rice scooper? Oh, I gotta clean it. Oh, and I started bleeding again. Dang it. Ow! This stings. Hold on, guys. I have to do emergency medical aid to myself. Because my thumb's bleeding again. Just seasoned Michael's food with some bleeding hands. Alright, where's... And I don't have band-aids. Where's the freaking tape I was using on my thumb? Paper towel and tape. That's what we're gonna be using, guys. That's all we got. Alright guys, you guys are gonna watch this beautiful craftsmanship of me putting tape on my hand. Cody, are you calling me out right now because I don't have band-aids? Look how beautiful that looks, guys. Perfect. We'll really layer this up. Beautiful steaks, good job, thank you so much. Hopefully, in the future, I'll be the kind of guy that can afford beef steaks every day. As much as I can afford to buy those sometimes, steaks being like above $8 a pound is just not something I can afford to eat every day. When pork steaks are $1.99 a pound, it's kind of hard to say no to that when they're both really good. Alright, back to business. We got our hand nice and sanitized and bandaged up to not cross-contaminate with food. Also, guys, rice is like the most annoying thing to cook ever. Just get a rice cooker. This one's like $20. And then you can eat delicious rice all the time. This is the Japanese kid telling you, don't make rice, just get a rice cooker. he likes his rice, so he's getting everything that's in this. One of the things I started doing recently is sometimes you cook too much rice. And I hate throwing rice out. But it's hard to judge how much rice to make because it expands so much. So I bought rice ball molds to make little rice balls. So with the leftover rice, I just pack these into little rice balls and wrap them up. Michael freaking loves those. They're also so cute. You can get really creative with different recipes on that. Alright. Now we'll cut his meat since he likes his pre-sliced. Do you guys like your steaks served to you sliced, or do you like to have the honor of slicing up your own steak? Because that really matters to some people. Like I'm pretty sure I know a bunch of individuals that, like, if they got their steak served sliced at a restaurant, they demand a new one and send it back. And you know what? I probably would be the same. If you're spending the money on steak prices, I'd be like, what is this? What is this? I wanted to cut it myself. Not as visually appealing, because I really have to stack things, but he's gonna love it. It's gonna taste good. I'll sprinkle some salt on that. I'll show it off, and then I'll pack it, and then it's gonna go in the fridge, and it'll be there for him when he wakes up and goes to work. Am I just housewife of the relationship? Maybe. It's very possible. You want to try one? Dude, I can totally make you a steak. Alright, this is our end results for his little taking to work. He's got his little sliced meat there. Broccoli and then rice. And guys, I'm extra special. Because not only do I pack him a lunch every day, but I even get his water bottle and put gamer subs in it so he has his caffeinated cold beverage when he wakes up. I know. W, older brother. What can I say? Were you guys this nice to your siblings, or do you guys like hate your siblings? I find a lot of brother and sisters like just hating their other siblings. I find that very common, which I think is very strange. I don't know. What do you guys think? Meat rice balls? That's too good? Yeah, dude. The rice balls are good. But I didn't have enough rice to make rice balls today. Maybe tomorrow. Would you guys like to see another stream like this? Or like this? It's always nice when I see people plus their siblings. Cause I'm thinking like, dude, you were literally gifted the opportunity to have like a really close friend that you can trust really well. And then people seem to want to screw that up. you had a twin, there's not really any other opportunities to get somebody like as close as you that you can be friend with. Alright guys, you can help me out. You can tell me which flavor of Gamer Subs Michael's gonna go with. I got 3. I got rice spilled everywhere. But that's just typical rice cooking. You spill it everywhere. We have sweet 6-pack with some Bikini Babes on it. See if that'll focus in. Come on, camera. What is going on right now? There we go. Sweet 6-pack. I have no idea what the actual flavor it is. It literally says sweet 6-pack for the flavor. We have cherry lime, which that one's a little bit more self-explanatory. Obviously, that's cherry lime. We can give them raw meat flavor, which I don't know what that one tastes like. Or copium. Oh, now my camera likes to focus on everything. What do you guys think? You guys can pick the flavor. Unless they're straight. Wait. Why not some powdered meat for his meat? I like the logic. Meat paired with meat. We're gonna double scoop that. And then once we get this in the fridge, we'll prepare my food. Or at least get it on the plate. It's already prepared. It feels almost criminal because we are putting Gamer Subs in a G Fuel cup. Shh, don't tell G Fuel and don't tell Gamer Subs. They'll probably find me and beat me up for doing such a thing. It'd be like buying Pepsi and pouring in a Coca-Cola glass. Alright guys, bam, that's his lunch ready to go. When he wakes up, he grabs out. I always put it on like the same shelf so we can find it really quickly. So much of my dishes I neglect doing. Didn't even have a fork clean. Now I gotta wash one. Okay, we'll set these back up here so we're ready to grab them. We're gonna eat all these freaking fries. I love me fries. I want it like this. Yes. You guys picky on like which side your food is on your plate? I would always get upset as a child if it was like on the wrong side and be like, no, the fries should be on that side and the meat should be on that side. And people would be like, oh, you can just turn it. It's like, no, because then I want, you know, I want it particular. I want like the fatter side, the face meat and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a picky brat. Actually, I don't know if we could fit all these fries on my plate. I'm gonna have to leave some of these up here and come for seconds. And then I want like a little dipping bowl for my ketchup. Alright guys, shh, don't tell my tea set that I'm using one of my expensive teacups as a ketchup dish. Is that also criminal? It might be. Just don't tell on me. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much. I'm a plate turner. So what you need is a big revolving plate. That way you don't have to pick on how anything is placed on it. I'm getting low on ketchup. Are you guys a ketchup with your fries or a ranch with your fries? That's what divides people right there, guys. There's a lot of hardcore ranch lovers out there. Also, another reason I never wear a shirt when cooking, it's only because I'm on stream, is I have a habit of ruining every white shirt I've ever owned. The ones you see me on stream with, I literally only wear those ones on stream because I'm not cooking or eating or doing anything outside where it's gonna become not white anymore. And honestly, some of those I've already managed to screw up, and they need stains to be removed off of them. Is that also just signs that I'm a child? That I'm not organized and neat enough that white clothing don't stay white when I own them? They get stains. Alright guys. Here's what we ended with. Classic steak and fries. Those fries came out really visually appealing. And the brownie on the steak looks pretty good. I got this a nice, what would be the equivalent of a medium rare for a pork steak. It obviously doesn't look medium rare because pork is going to look different than beef. But that's what we got. Let's see if my camera will focus on that a little better. There we go. Very nice. Alright guys. As much as I was willing to cook for you guys on stream, I'm not going to eat on stream because I'm going to go sit off camera and enjoy that. So, also I have my tea set up. That's Instagram worthy? Thank you. That's what I strive for, right? Alright guys, I'm going to end stream. If this is something you guys would be willing to see more often before my main streams, I'm in the kitchen cooking and doing these things every day anyways. It's not that much more effort for me to set up my camera and hit record. So let me know, and if that's something, just keep on joining and liking it. Like I said, I'm doing these things anyways. It allows me to do more streaming, and then I like socializing with you guys and see you guys in the comments. All right, guys, I'm going off cam. I'll be back live. Let's see, what time is it? Give me about an hour and a half, or to an hour and a half. I'll be live. We're doing Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in like 6 years. I'm a total noob at it, so I'm gonna need your guys' help. All right, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you guys later. See you guys till my afternoon.